Saw somebody write, be a strategist, not a technician. All people care about is getting laid and getting paid. Money and honey, okay? In order for the man to live, the boy must die. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Edition with me, your host Marcus. On today's episode, we're gonna talk about malpractice and how the correlation between not loving yourself and malpractice, okay? Now, there's gonna be some interesting stuff on today's video, okay? But I wanna speak to your life real quick. If you're a man probably watching this, you're probably obsessed with two things. You're obsessed with a check and a chick, okay? You're obsessed with getting out, you wanna deal with a lot of money, a beautiful amount of money on a daily basis, and you wanna deal with a beautiful woman on a daily basis as well. And I'm gonna flip that. If you're a woman, you probably are obsessed with two things. You want a man and you want money. And you don't want those things to be mutually exclusive. You want a man who has money. Men don't care about that. I think that's very interesting, but that is not the topic of today's video. I wanna help you understand how the secret of today's video is that you gotta love yourself, okay? There's a verse in the Bible that says, love does no harm, okay? And now I'm gonna show you some things that have happened in the US, in the region I live in, with businesses and the people they've hurt, okay? When you're in a business, you have the potential to help people tremendously, which means you also have the potential to hurt people tremendously, okay? We wanna make sure you wanna love yourself before you date, mate, or set your hourly rate, okay? Also too, stay tuned for the very end for a surprise, okay? And understand that if you've been hurt by somebody, use that motivation if you're self-employed to go help somebody else, okay? There's a lot of malpractice. There's a lot of people who are not good at their jobs, and people have suffered immensely. Some have died from the incompetence of other people. And so I just really want to help you today and really help you understand the significance of loving yourself, okay? Don't do anything significant until you love yourself. But we'll talk more about that. Okay, thanks. This video is important because it's going to tell you about malpractice and how not to destroy your life, okay? There's a lot of ways to destroy your life. I don't want your life to get destroyed, especially if you're a young person. Don't destroy your life through being bad at your job, okay? It's something that keeps me up at night. Am I doing a really good job? Because I want to make sure that these things get done. There is such thing as positive paranoia, and I want to help you on today's video, okay? Don't live in fear, but I think a healthy paranoia is needed if you're gonna be. A man must stand erect and not be kept erect by others. That is a quote from Marcus Aurelius. He was the great Roman emperor, okay? On this video, I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna help you to stand on your 2 feet strongly, okay? So that you never have to have malpractice, and that you can come out just a better proprietor in what you do, okay? Because people are relying on you. Let's say you're a mechanic, right? You need to fix somebody's car. One time I had a mechanic and they messed my car up. It took me like 3 months to get it, and I let the guy use it rent free. His name was Shane. For real, it was in Dunwoody, Georgia. I took my place, and I forget the name of the place, but you can probably Google it. They had my car for 3 months. I was suffering. Walking places, walking to work because I didn't have my car. And so I just want to say all this today is that don't engage in malpractice, but a lot of this stems from a deeper issue of not loving yourself, okay? And so, as you'll see on the screen, as we're gonna watch a clip of somebody who was working with a home builder, but that home builder messed up, okay? And they ended up paying $80,000 to these people. They didn't get the money back, okay? They're still fuming about it. It's happened to a couple in Lake Stevens, Washington.
It started as a simple plan to turn their garage into an apartment for Sean Alameda's elderly parents, but things came apart quickly.
This is honestly the worst thing we've ever experienced as adults in our lives.
The couple says the contractor found a leaky roof, which unleashed a torrent of trouble to the point where the Alamedas moved their 3 kids out of the home over safety concerns. Julie describes that in one word:
unbearable.
When the roof repair began, it started raining. Water soaked the bedroom and bathroom next to the garage, doing extensive damage. That was back in June, and still no roof. Incomplete repairs left the family with no running water.
We go through about 25 gallons of water a day.
Bottled water cleans the dishes. They shower at a nearby campsite and can't use their toilet.
We call it the walk of shame.
To go use the porta potty.
To go use the bathroom in a porta potty in my front yard.
It's hell. It really is.
The couple claims they paid the contractor a total of $82,000, and their house is barely habitable.
This isn't $82,000 worth of work, but I promise you it's $82,000 worth of damage.
Making matters even worse, the family says experts have told them the water damage isn't just confined to the area around the garage. It's throughout the entire house.
They're suggesting that my entire house be taken down to the studs.
The couple says that would cost $180,000. They spent 10 years building this house. Now they're running out of money and running out of time as the seasons change and rain is looming.
The stress has me vomiting every day.
For now, they're just hoping to someday have their family under one roof once again.
We go to bed trying to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow to make it a better
You saw
day.
that clip of that Lake Stevens family. That sucks. They lost $80,000 because somebody was unscrupulous. That's another word for someone who was careless. Okay, now the secret of today's video is that love does no harm, okay? Love is a lot of things. It's patient, it's kind, it's in the Bible, but it's also love is another thing. Love is carefulness. And carefulness is love. I talked about this on a previous video called Carefulness Counts. I'm not gonna harp on carefulness in this video because I already made a video about it, but carefulness always matters, okay? It's so doggone important. It's something that you should probably think about every day is being careful, okay? Because carefulness is how you keep track of all the details in life. There's so many details that are the difference between winning and losing. As they say, details are what separate the good from the great. Okay, it's details. Everyone does the big things. Who does the little things? Who focuses on the little things every single day? Okay, if you do these things, you'll win. Okay, so let's go on to our next clip. A clip of a man who had a funeral home, and his job, he mismanaged, he mishandled the bodies that were deceased. And quick caution, the lady on this video is apoplectic. Okay, she's overcome by anger. She hates this man, wants him to die. And it's like, you know, this is the very dark side of being self-employed. This video is about avoiding malpractice so you don't destroy your life. Don't destroy your life, okay?
I have so much hate for you, Sean. I have so much hate. Hate, I wish misery upon you, your family, and your soul. I want that. I pray for that. I pray every night. I pray that something happens to you, and you are treated like you treated my son.
Emotions running high in a Lucas County courtroom today.
This happening just minutes before Shantae Harden was taken off to prison. Thank you so much for joining us here this Friday night, top of the hour. I'm Jeff Smith.
And I'm Melissa Andrews. A Lucas County judge sentenced Shantae Harden to nearly 12 years in prison today. He was found guilty of 31 charges stemming from running an unlicensed funeral home business in Ohio.
Kaylee Marintet, she's been following the trial since day one. She was in the courtroom for that outburst and many others during his sentencing. She joins us now live with more. Kaylee?
The victim impact statements today gave us a glimpse of how hard these families have been hit emotionally by Shantae Harden's actions throughout the years.
It scares me for you to be in the community. It scares me for you to walk out there. Because I don't know if you're going to put another family through what you putting us through.
The four walls in this courtroom caged high emotions today, tension that has built up for weeks throughout this trial.
You lied! You lied to me!
Wrapping up with the question, how long will Shantae Harden be behind bars for crimes he defended until the end?
There has been a big contention, as if I'm not apologetic to the families. Anytime something goes wrong or somebody's dissatisfied, I'm always heartbroken, both personally and professionally. But I was always doing my best to help where they asked me to.
The prosecution saying he's only sorry he got caught.
He saw in this funeral business an opportunity to take advantage of people at the worst time one of the worst times of their life.
Some of the worst times in their lives, detailed in their impact statements. First, Charlotte Weatherspoon, who weeks ago gave an emotional testimony, still saying she hasn't been able to grieve.
You ruined my son's memory. You ruined it. Every time I think of him, this ugliness that you put on
Be
me.
very, very good at your job and keep getting better at your job, okay? Because it really matters. You touch people's lives, okay? There's a lot of people who are suffering because of people suck at their job, okay? There's a quote out there that says, do your job and do it well so others don't have to live in hell, okay? You can put people in hell if you do a bad job, okay? This is what happened to this, like, Stevens couple and with this this other guy, okay, the funeral home guy. And I'll say this, there's a client I have, she has a tattoo that says hell is other people, and I would say amen, hell is other people. But also too, so is heaven. People can bring heaven to you, but they can also bring hell. So just be aware of what's going on and understand that you may come to a point where someone does something bad to you, but you have to forgive them, okay? Especially if you're Christian, you got to forgive them, okay? This world is not just and it's not good, but that doesn't mean you can't be, okay? Be different. And so, yeah, so hopefully you learn something from these clips and that you come out better off, but learn from the mistakes of other people. I never want to have a malpractice suit. The thing about it is too, these people probably have families, the people with the businesses. And these are not the only stories I've heard. There are more stories that you probably have stories of when someone did you wrong, or someone sold you a defective car, or they did a defective service, they didn't teach your kid what they said they would. Like, that's very important. Integrity, what your thoughts, words, and actions all integrate. That's what integrity means, okay? So I hope you learn something from this. Don't add to the suffering of the world. Appreciate you. Here's a free game real quick. True happiness is not found through escapism, okay? Please listen to what I'm saying and don't just try to avoid what's going on, okay? Understand that there are people who can really suffer, okay? Now, today's secret is from the Dalai Lama, okay? I'm Christian. I don't agree with his religious belief, but I do agree with his moral beliefs. He said, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion, okay? Practice compassion for people. Identify their sufferings and help them. Life is hard. It is as hard as this cement. That is how hard life is, okay? I don't want your life to suck, okay? Please be good at your job. I implore you to be good at your job, okay? Learn about it all the time so you never can hurt somebody in this type of pain you saw in this video, okay? Thank you so much. God bless y'all if you're watching this. And understand, as always, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations. But successful people, you hopefully make decisions based on where you want to be. Make decisions based on where you want to be. Be very good at your job. Learn from these episodes of malpractice, okay? And remember, if you don't want to wait, you'll have to manipulate. Be patient in life, okay? Bye.